Alma Cardinals, number 0, Carly Stumner, 5'7" senior. Stumer, sorry. Delaney Sides is a 5'5" freshman. Addison Neal is a 5'3" junior. She'll wear number 1 and run the point for those Cardinals. Stephanie Whitney is a 5'3" junior. She'll wear number 5 for the Huskies. Addison Seabolds, 5'8" sophomore, will wear number 12. For Northern Valley, number 11, a 5'3" junior, Shaylee Vesteca. For the Cardinals, number 23, a 5'6" sophomore, Riley Scott. Making her first start for Northern Valley, number 12, a 5'7" sophomore, Rebecca Hendrickson.
I like the rolling of the R. That was nice.
That was nice. That was fun. Abby Fox is a 5'7" senior. She'll wear number 30 for the Cardinal. And the last starter here for Northern Valley, the 5'2" sophomore, Braxton Cox. The Cardinals go senior, junior, sophomore, senior. Northern Valley will match them with freshman, junior, sophomore. Getting ready to get this one going here. Northern Valley will have to come out and be able to take care of the basketball, as pressure defense is what the Cardinals really rely on to fuel that offensive firepower that comes alongside them.
Yeah, you said it. You said it best right there. The key to Northern Valley, making this game competitive and giving the best that they got to Alma, they've got to take care of that basketball.
Stumer and Sides will line it up at the top of the key here to see who can start this game off. Whistles hit. Ball's in the air. This game is underway with the Cardinals controlling the tip.
Siebels kicks it to Scott quickly, but can't find Siebels down low.
Northern Valley got what they wanted. They got a turnover in that first possession, but they gave it right back. Swinging around here to Scott up high. And now to Neal. Into the corner for Siebels. Northern Valley fell into a 2-3 zone. Sides is in the middle of that zone. And Northern Valley is probably going to make a beat them from the outside here tonight. Siebels with a nice drop step move and score with the right hand.
Huskies looking to break this press for the first time tonight. Cox picks up her dribble but finds Whitney.
At the top of the key is Hendrickson. And they'll put the Northern Valley going against the man-to-man pressure of the Alma Cardinal here tonight, as Braxton Cox's pass is just wide for Vesteca, and it'll be a turnover.
Yeah, gonna need to put shots up on the basket tonight for Northern Valley to have a chance, because this Alma team can put up points and they can put them up in a hurry. So you're gonna need some offense from someone. So it might mean another good night from Braxton, or it could mean that Delaney Sides needs to get hot from outside, but it needs to come from somewhere. So who's going to step up for the Huskies and put some points on the board?
Scoop shot up by Neal, and she'll put it in with a left hand. We're going to watch that one again. Neal with a great move towards the baseline. Quick Euro steps and slides with that left hand, puts it up with a foul. She's going to the line. First foul against Bailey Sides. Delaney Sides.
Shot no good from Addison Neal.
As Braxton will be working against Neal here out top. Neal gets her hands on it, but cannot control it before she goes barreling into the benches.
Yeah, you can't give up on it, because Addison Neal is not going to. Little different look there as they mix up the pressures, as now they're going into more of a full court man.
It's just a straight man press. We're going to play man all the way around. As Whitney's got it here, and she's going to be bumped by Neal.
Get her first foul of the game. Team first.
Not sure she loved that call, but she understood it. Neal to Vesteca.
Vesteca was left wide open. I thought maybe she would turn and shoot, but Braxton Cox will do it instead. Gets this one to drop. Gets the Huskies on the board and herself as well with that three-pointer.
That's a good start there for Braxton, making that Jump shot wet. She's going to need to score here tonight. Not enough contact for a whistle, but now Abby Fox will be hit for a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, I thought they were going to call it against the person guarding Riley Scott, but let that one play out. Good positioning there by, I guess I'm not sure who got the board.
Kaylee Baker checks into the game, and we've got a foul on top on Stumer.
This game is going to play a little bit different than they're probably used to in Nebraska. As they like to let them play a little bit up there.
I always loved going to Nebraska to watch them play because it was very physical.
That's true. You know the thing that I hated the most, and I know it's just complaining about little stuff, is the different ball. They use a different ball up there. We use the Spalding down here. Maybe they use it now, but that always threw me off.
Cox does smartly, just keeps going until somebody got in her way.
Yeah, you can say Cox tonight since unfortunately Austin is out with illness.
I left her on the couch.
Yeah.
Baker gets the foul here. It'll be her first team fourth on the evening.
First shot from Braxton, long.
Northern Valley to stay in this one is going to have to make some free throws in abundance.
And they're going to need to do exactly what Braxton did right there, and they're going to need to be aggressive and go to the hoop and put that ball up and try to get to the line like they just did as they knotted up at 4 early in this one. Neal kicks it over to Stumer on the wing. Back to Neal. All the way over to Riley Scott. Siebel's in the corner. Neal looking to drive inside.
Nice pass.
Pass.
And they'll find Baker for the two-pointer. But that was a team basket if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of those. As Visteca just trips up on her own foot there and loses the ball.
Another turnover here by the Huskies. Neal finds Siebel's open. Skip to Neal,
pass.
open on the wing. She'll let it fly. Long, no good. Strong rebound and a foul there against Hendrickson. Scott had position on her.
Going to have to be strong down there and get good positioning and know where these players are and box out if you're Northern Valley because these Alma Cardinals, they got a nose for the ball and they're going to go get second chance opportunities.
First attempt there by Riley is no good. She's looking at another one. Her team up 4-6, 3 minutes into this one. And she does make the second.
So
ball knocked out of bounds by Siebels, but Northern Valley gets to keep it.
During that break, Kaylee Baker came into the game for the Cardinals as this pass just goes between two Northern Valley players. Another turnover, but they get Scott to travel with it.
Oh, I'm not keeping track of those. Over here?
Yeah.
I missed one, huh?
You did. Should be a kick ball by Stumer. It's going to stay with Northern Valley.
Inside to sides at the top. She'll go to Hendrickson. With that right-handed dribble, she'll get it back to sides in the corner. Swing it all the way around.
Thought Braxton might look to shoot there. She could have controlled that pass, but
Neal with the steal.
Back to the Cardinals. Man, Northern Valley, it feels like Alma's having their way with this one, but they just keep giving the ball right back as well.
Beautiful pass by Neal for the easy bucket for Stumer.
This press is going to be
vicious.
Vicious
is a proper word. Tenacious,
the
maybe.
length of Stumer on the front, and then the speed of Neal and Siebel caused so many problems for so many teams. Hendrickson with a good shot there, just can't get it to go, but sides had it pulled away from her by Neal.
Neal just ripped in and took it. 3 ball, no good. Stumer with an offensive rebound and one. Carly Stumer is working it on the glass here so far tonight. Give her an opportunity for an and one. Here as Joppa comes in here and Hendrickson's got to sit with 2 fouls.
Second shot from Stumer is
Buries
not
it.
good because she stepped on the line, they say.
Oh,
Her toe went over the line, but she buried that one. She didn't know that she was on the line there by the look on her face. So the shot will not count. Inbounding the ball is Cox.
now they went to a zone press.
Over to Vesteca, almost lost it, but gets it back.
Joppa open, so she decides to let it rip.
Riley
One and
Green
done
comes-
here again for Northern Valley.
Riley Scott comes down with the board.
Siebels. One
Cox-
way, now another. And
Cox
she's
working against
pushed
her, and
into
she's gonna
the
get shoved out. Yeah.
baseline there.
Whitney
Good
with
thing
the
we
run.
fixed that pad earlier in the season.
Yeah.
As Whitney will
And Northern Valley's going to need to do a better job of moving their feet because they're going to get a lot of fouls down on the baseline.
2-3 on this inbounds play.
Yeah, this is Callie Hammond inbounding the ball into the game for the first time. Neal left wide open in the corner, no one around her, but the shot is no good. We'll see who touched it last. Hughes wanting it to go Northern Valley's way, but refs say no. It's going to stay with the Cardinals. Neal to Stumer on the wing. Thinks about shooting it, but doesn't. Into
The ball movement here by the Cardinals,
yeah, it's
what's
hard to say every
impressive.
player. It'd also get annoying if I say every player, so.
Here's Whitney with a steal. As the Cardinals just ran out of patience.
So Cox sets the screen on Neal. Vesteca with a nice little jumper there, no good, but Joppa with a good rebound. Braxton looking to drive inside, gets it poked away by Scott.
And then a foul on Vesteca will give the ball to the Cardinal on the baseline. Into the game for the Cardinals, number 32, Madison Wolf. Jean Ann's granddaughter, for you Northern Valley fans. Deep three by Stumer, short, no good, but a rebound on the offensive side by Neal, and a held ball,
I love
so
the
Northern
way-
Valley will get it back.
I love the way that Addison Neal is playing out there. She's, the shortest person on her team, but man, she is probably the fiercest one out there so far, getting in on every single play. She's got a nose for the ball, and she's creating havoc down there for the Northern Valley Huskies.
Northern Valley this time gets it into Vesteca, who will try and go on the baseline, but she stepped out of bounds. Coach Pugh asking for some help there. Not going to get it. Crossover here by Neal. She'll drop it for Stumer. Now into the corner to Wolf. Up top to Scott. No good. Braxton comes down with a rebound, and we've got a foul against Wolf.
That'll be her first one, team fifth. Both teams now at 5. Going to see some free throws in this one, my guess.
Pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly. But that's what they're going to get Vesteca for a travel here as she couldn't get between the two defenders. So Cardinals get it back.
Neal over to Stumer. Down low to Wolf. Nice kick down to Stumer again. Same spot she just missed one from earlier. And another offensive rebound there by Neal, and it'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, she thought that maybe Joppa got it last, but the ref was right there and says that it's Northern Valley's ball.
Northern Valley goes 4 flat to try and break this press, and now she's surrounded by 3 Cardinals. Is Vesteca, and she is going to be whistled for this one. Here in this first quarter, Hendrickson back into the game here for Northern Valley as Neal penetrates him back to Hammond. Swing it over back to Neal. Thought about a 3 as Northern Valley's kind of giving the 3 away at the moment, trying to keep the interior from happening. Daring the Alma Cardinal to take the outside shot. Braxton knocks this one away.
Yeah, and so far that's probably been the right move as they haven't really, I don't think they've hit anything from outside.
Neal maybe hit the first one.
No. The only 3 of the game has been from Braxton.
So pack the lane against the Cardinals here today might be the best strategy they got. Addison surrounded by 3 players, but she smartly kicks it over to Wolf. Now up top to Scott and over to Hammond. They're trying to get that ball into Siebels in the middle.
I thought they were going to have her right there. She looked like she had good positioning on Braxton Cox, and here she goes with a good drop step and good move. Somehow saves it herself. Was just toeing the line. Huskies get it back. Can't make anything of it. Had numbers. It's going to stay here. Kick ball.
So Northern Valley will play it in underneath. Alma will fall into a zone here on the inbound play. Short corner for Braxton, no good. Shaley, I thought, was going to come away with an offensive rebound, and now with numbers, here comes the Cardinals. Into the middle, a jump shot, no good. Thought she was fouled, and
yeah, I kind of thought she was too, but someone got fouled.
A foul here on Whitney. Northern Valley's Whitney.
Stumer out of the game. Addison Neal back in for the Cardinals. So this foul goes against Stephanie Whitney. It'll send Riley Scott to the line for the one-on-one opportunity, and no good.
Scott rattles out her one-on-one free throw as we go under 1 minute to play here. Northern Valley needing a shot up here. They've had a couple of good looks in the last possession or two. And this one's stolen by Neal. Flip it all the way to Hammond. Nice entry pass to Scott where Braxton has nothing to do but to foul her. So she will go to the line. She's 1 of 2 so far here tonight is Riley Scott. And rattles that one out as well. Second try at it is nothing but nylon.
35 seconds still left in this quarter. Neal almost picked Braxton Cox's pocket there.
They find Vesteca in the middle. Now get it back to Sides, who's run out of real estate, and Hammond picks it off. With 20 seconds to go, they get the ball up into Siebels, up and score it. Hit the clicker. With 12 and now 10, see if Northern Valley can get a shot off here. Into the corner of Sides, her first look at the rim tonight. Goes long, no good. Siebels with 2 and 1. Will she get it off?
She got it off.
Back into action as we start the second quarter. They'll start this way. Stumer, Neal, Scott, Siebels, and into the game and quickly scores it is Abby Fox. For Northern Valley, Cox, Sides, Hendrickson, Vesteca, and Whitney. Into the middle is Sides, outside for Vesteca's shot, and she'll put it down for 2.
About as long of a 2 as you can get out here.
Neal floats it into the middle back for Stumer. Rotates into the back corner. They do not guard Siebels. She'll let it fly, and it's long, no good.
Can shoot that all you want. It's the backside point guard keeps getting rebounds, and Scott takes it up for 2 points.
Northern Valley still dealing with that pressure of the zone trap here against them. Full court.
Stays here with the Huskies.
Northern Valley will get to control this one.
Thought Whitney had a nice lane, though, to the basket. Thought maybe she was going to take it for a chance.
Some popcorn or maybe a pom-pom.
Lint. I don't know.
Some lint. Yeah.
Good eyes by the ref.
Sides. Top of the circle to Hendrickson. Now Whitney trying to dribble it off. Northern Valley in some bad spacing.
Not great spacing at all. You don't want all 5 girls on the same exact side of the court usually. Siebels gets this ball out to Scott.
I hope Whitney's all right. She cracked her head on that last one as she pulls that rebound down.
I think she's all right. She got up and she was kind of letting her frustration be known. So she was more concerned about that than the head, but you're right. I hope she's okay. Braxton Cox looks to drive, gets stopped by Siebels.
Skip pass to Whitney, and she'll go inside to Sides. 2 straight possessions for Northern Valley to score.
Positioning by Sides there over Abby Fox, too. Had her sealed off and ready for that pass. Neal's going to take, I thought she was going to try to take it to the rim. Had to kick it back out to Stumer. Neal drives baseline.
Nice
Good
pass inside,
dish.
but couldn't score for Abby Fox, and we'll have a foul against the Cardinals.
Is that her third? Because we didn't see her a lot in that first quarter.
Scott?
No, Fox. No, just her second.
Just her second, but she will come out.
Yep.
Wolf will come in as well as Hammond.
Number 14 is Kaylee Baker.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kaylee Baker. She had that right knee brace on.
A lot of them do. So Vesteca stepped on the line here. They tried to break that press, and we're hugging that line a little too tight. It's going to be a turnover for the Huskies.
Neal to Stumer. They've got Wolf inside. It's got a tremendous size advantage over Whitney and the rest of the ladies that are playing the bottom of our zone. Beautiful steal as Braxton rips it out of there.
Vesteca running. Has to kick it back out. Sides with the ball. Ooh, good backdoor cut by Braxton Cox there. Can she make them pay? No, she cannot. Wolf using that size advantage to get the board. Riley Scott running, tried to find Baker, but Baker was thinking that the shot was going up and was looking for the box out. They just weren't on the same page there.
Baker was running the clear out move.
Yeah, she would have had great positioning for the putback.
Inside to Whitney. She'll try and go to the rim. She'll now go all the way underneath the basket.
Just
back to Vesteca.
I think Northern Valley just needs to look to shoot a little bit more. They're close to the rim a lot of times. If they put that ball up, they could see themselves get to the line a little bit more. But instead, Whitney picks up the foul after she turns the ball over. It's going to be a one-on-one opportunity for Wolf. Yeah, I know they're not always the most ideal shots down there, but like that last play, Whitney went pretty much all the way across the baseline there. She could do a reverse layup. I know they practice it.
Good rebound by Hendrickson on this one.
Sides with the ball. No press to deal with, but the pass kind of gets away from Vesteca, and the dribble definitely gets away from Vesteca. It's going to be Cardinals' ball. Neal inbounds to Stumer. 18-8 is the lead for the Alma Cardinals. Baker in the corner, didn't even look, but Neal will fire away. Long on that one. Wolf with good positioning gets the rebound. They're going to say jump ball. So it'll be Northern Valley.
Hendrickson will get credit for that rebound.
Yeah. Drake Hebhard taking his time, going to get that popcorn. Maybe the soup supper that's going on tonight.
Maybe the soup supper. Always remember, there's the soup supper.
The free will donation.
Once again, we're playing for the golden ladle, right?
Yeah, because you said that most of the time this game happens around the soup supper, so we had to come up with something for the border war rivalry. You know, you need to get something. Vesteca
that counts.
Powers up on that one. Thought maybe she was going to get hacked, but nobody touched her, so the ball goes over the basket. She has a good attitude about it. Kind of has to just shake her head. And try again next time. Neal with the ball in the corner to Siebels. Over to Stumer. She'll fire it up. Too long on that one, but Siebel tracks it down and is able to save it into Hammond. Wolf is going to get pushed here. It's going to go against Joppa, I believe.
Joppa picks up her first foul.
Now the Cardinals are in the double bonus for 3 minutes and 40 seconds before halftime. So We'll see if they can cash in on some free throws to extend their lead. Northern Valley has also found themselves in a bonus. The Cardinals have 6 fouls. The Cardinals have done a lot better in the second quarter about not fouling. They played probably a little overly aggressive about what they were used to, but when you go across the border, sometimes things are called a little bit differently. So adjustments were good there between quarters, and they played a lot cleaner this second quarter.
Braxton gets it across the timeline just in front of that 10-second count as she's closely guarded, but she's not getting counted, so it'll be all right.
Hendrickson gets the on-ball screen there, kicks the ball over to Sides, feeding Joppa inside.
Sides' 3 from the corner is no good.
Stecca.
Neal clears a rebound and goes up the court quickly to Stumer, score it! Neal to Siebels to Stumer to score.
Man, good job by Stumer going up strong there. Joppa with the ball. Hammond about poked it away. Pass up to the high post, which was Vestecca, gives the ball to Cox.
And another turnover here for the Valley.
And another foul. So back to the free throw line we go.
Shooting them this time will be Kaylee Hammond. Not the Kaylee Hammond from Long Island.
Right. A lot of familiar last names on both of these squads. Into the game is Riley Scott. Stumer will take a breather. Hammond's second shot is also good. Did she make the first one?
Yes, she did.
So I thought this pass over the heads of everyone. Hammond picks it off, feeds Siebel inside. She got fouled a little bit on the way up, but they're going to play on. She should be used to that, though. They're from Nebraska, like we said.
The shot from Scott, no good, as Braxton's got the rebound. We'll go up the far side to Vestecca. Now back to Sides, looking to find Hendrickson underneath as she's got Wolf on her.
Hendrickson is
She's working it down
inside.
there.
You got to reward her. Give it to her. This pass is going to get away over the head of Vestecca.
Sides a little strong with that pass. Hi, Mark. Inside to Addison Siebels. Her right-hand hook, no good. Followed by Wolf is also no good. And now we'll have a foul on Siebels. And Vestecca to the line. She'll shoot the 1-and-1 here. So 1-and-1 here for Shaley.
Joppa
Joppa gets
down
it back.
the ball. Vestecca fires away.
For Shea. Vestecca drops in a bomb.
Riley Scott wants one of her own. It was all but in. This ball is going to get knocked out by Hammond. Carly Stumer back into the game. Wolf will sit. So the Huskies still trying to find a way to defeat this press.
Vestecca now has it stolen by Neal. They'll flip it back to Neal, and she'll go up, and she's hammered.
Playing with numbers there, and Braxton pretty much had to foul her. That would have been an easy one, I guess. Maybe didn't have to foul.
Could have let her score is the only other opportunity.
Or just get up in her face. Sometimes people miss. I don't know. But she looked like she was getting ready to make that bucket. She makes the first free throw.
Wolf come in
for Hammond. Second shot, no good, so the foul was a good option.
It was. Like I said, it's only Braxton's second and only the 14th against the Huskies.
And why not? Everyone else is doing it. Joppa in the corner. Gets the ball out to Hendrickson with the shoe shiner pass, but Hendrickson.
There it is. I heard the shoe shiner moment.
Hendrickson cleans it up. Back to Hendrickson on the high post, trying to find somewhere to go with the ball. Has to go back to Braxton Cox.
High ball screen, fights over one, fights
Neal
over
is
two.
working over all those screens, and they're going to say Neal got Braxton on the arm. Alma fans do not like it. But Cox is
putting
go
up
to the
with
line.
it. Neal will have to go to the bench, and Braxton gets to go to the free throw line.
Baker came into the game for Neal. Joppa getting some steps in there. She was ready to go back after that make, but it's
we can give her an and one.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. She didn't shoot it though. Second one is also good. Joppa just knew the second one was going in. She said, "You don't need me here." Baker in the corner feeds Siebel, easy bucket. Too easy. No one was around Siebel, and that's the opportunity she was looking for. Into Sides, back to Cox.
Sides trying to go cross court. She does to Vesteca, will go to the rim, tries to flip it up with the right hand. No good.
That's what I'm talking
Strong
about.
rebound by Joppa. They'll get it to Hendrickson. The shot is no good.
I don't hate the try by Vesteca, though. It's not going in if you don't put the ball up.
Offensive rebound for the Cardinal. Kick back to Seabolds, and she'll knock in the elbow jump shot.
Siebel's starting to get warmed up a little bit finally in this game, and that's dangerous for the Northern Valley Huskies. This ball poked away by Siebels, and she tries to save it. They're going to say a push on who?
Push on Jeremiah Hansen down there.
Well, Vesteca was there, but I think she kind of got the worst.
He had to push because otherwise they'd have went flying into the bleachers.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to say a push on Siebels, which does actually make sense to me because Vesteca, I thought was who they called it on at first, and I was like, well, she was on the receiving end of most of that. Good hustle by Siebels there. Just unfortunate that it ended in a foul.
Sides with an offensive rebound. Kick back to Vesteca again. Another offensive rebound. Sides finally open for a three. No good.
Stumer comes away with it.
2-1. Stumer from half court. No. On the Valley Huskies.
Want to talk about the keys to victory for both teams, Clint?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so let's start with the Alma Cardinals as they start with the ball as Siebel's got it in the corner.
Be patient. That's what you need to do if you're Alma, and they do right there on that first possession. Clean up the offensive board and go. Be patient. Don't try and overplay defensively, and just keep going with what you're doing. We flip it over to Northern Valley's side.
Let's do it.
Northern Valley's got to find some easy buckets. They've hit a few shots. Few three-pointers have gone down for them, but they got to be able to penetrate and somehow, some way, maybe get the Alma Cardinal into foul trouble and go to the line and knock some in. Sides' three-pointer for the top of the key is missed, but thrown out of bounds there by Scott. Northern Valley gets it back.
Yeah, offensively speaking, I think these two teams need to do kind of the opposite of each other. You say be patient for the Alma Cardinals, and those shots will come as they're a good team that just needs to see those shots fall. And if you're Northern Valley, be aggressive and create those opportunities because they're not going to come easy. So drive inside, play a little out of your comfort zone, maybe take care of the ball still, of course. And that aggressiveness, of course, you just need to hustle on defense. There's no need to really foul. There was a lot of fouls in that first half. I imagine that there's going to be some foul trouble here in the second half that plays a factor late into this one.
They'll kick it back to their leader, Neal, who'll find a wide open shot for a teammate, but it could not go.
Scott
that was Scott. Northern Valley doing what they need to do, clearing the defensive glass and being able to be patient here for a little bit as Cox has got it burned.
Yeah,
her dribble burned deep in the corner, kind of tries to get it to sides, and now a streaking Vesteca will put it up, and she'll be fouled by Seabolds.
Yeah, and that's right there. That's aggressive. That's what you got to do. Take it at the hoop, You're not going to see every shot fall against this team, but take it at the hoop and put it up against them, and good things could happen. You just see Vesteca gets to the line there. Siebels gets her 3rd foul, and she's going to come out of the game.
Hey, it was my key, was take it to the rim, get these girls in foul trouble somehow, some way.
Somehow, some way. There it was. And Kaylee Baker comes in, number 14.
Now, there's not a huge drop-off because the bench is pretty potent as well for the Alma Cardinal, but
This one doesn't
Siebels is their best player on that side.
Yeah, kind of a frustrating night so far for Siebel. She's probably actually had a lot more production than it feels, but just not things coming easy for her down there. And with those fouls, she's going to have to probably sit for a little while. It's hard to get going when you have to come in and out of the game like that.
So Northern Valley will be in a 2-1-2 defense here, which makes it real tough as Whitney's going to get called for her 4th foul, I believe. Or let's look at the clock. It is her 4th. Joppa's going to have to come in for her.
Yeah.
They're running 5'2" and 5'3" across the bottom of that zone defense.
Yeah, and it's tough. The fouls are especially tough on Northern Valley in this game. We talked about it before it started, but four starters out in this one, or people who have started as this season has gone on due to injury and illness in this. So all things considered, I mean, these girls are stepping up in a big way, but, you know, it's tough.
You know, Joppa just checks in the game for Whitney with too many fouls, and she's got 3 of her own.
Yeah. Kind of running out of some depth there, especially at that position.
Gonna have to see maybe some Tatum Lentz or Izzy Koch, Dana Bailey into the game at some point.
Start stretching on the sidelines, and, you know, that's, I guess, the good thing about the fact that they only played a 2-quarter game, and it was for this reason, because Coach Pugh, not that you plan on people getting in foul trouble, but knew that's always a chance in a basketball game and can use that bench to his advantage, and he's going to have to probably do it in this one. Vesteca on the line, gets it out, finds sides, over to Hendrickson. She gets fouled by Fox.
She didn't mean to.
No, she did not. She went straight for the ball, but Hendrickson letting us know she got clotheslined a little bit.
It was just a straight shot to the throat.
Yeah. So Fox will sit with her 3rd foul. Neal fights over that screen so well. She's done a great job this game.
What a save.
She tried to save that.
Did she get that in?
That would have been awesome. They say
she step on the line.
She hit the line.
I love the ball handles here from her. Oh.
Yeah, it would have been. It was awesome, regardless of if it was a save or not. With the behind-the-back pass, and here she is again, streaking down the court after that steal.
Inside, outside, they'll go. Now they'll give it back to Neal. Open for 3. She got to shoot that ball.
She looked at the bench like, do I have the green light? And, you know, I guess I'm not the coach, but I say yes.
Well, they might have talked at halftime about, girls, can we get it inside, please?
Get some more looks inside.
Wolf.
Get things happen outside, as they do right there. Madison Wolf with 2 points.
They didn't actually get that many scoring opportunities for their post players throughout that first half.
Stumer's going to get called for this foul as she tried to flip the ball out of Vesteca's hands. I believe it's only her 2nd.
How can you keep track?
I can't, honestly.
That's why Coach Cole and Coach Fezenden are over there.
But look at that. I got it right. So turnover here for the Huskies. Can't get it in on the inbounds play. 14-33 is the deficit for Northern Valley as they try to scratch their way back into this one. Hendrickson with her 3rd foul.
Third team foul. I already said that, Calvin.
It's
inside to Scott is
Scott's
good.
Like all alone down there. Blown assignment by somebody. Sides back to Vesteca as Vesteca works around the screen from Koch.
The junior high boys down there like that.
I like the screen. I wasn't sure what that owing was.
I think it was the crossover that they enjoyed.
Ball stays here with Northern Valley. Gets poked away by Stumer.
Braxton trying to find somewhere to go with it.
Has to flip it all the way out to sides at the top. Finds Hendrickson at the high post. Neal read that one like a book, and she's going to take it coast to coast for a 2-point score. Sides working against Neal. Oh, they're going to say.
So here is Alma to play it in. I was turning them up so they could hear the bumper music, man.
Yeah, you would have been loud. I could sense the excitement in you.
There was. They get it inside to Wolf here again.
She gets fouled by Hendrickson.
And
Hendrickson
will
foul.
pull up her fourth foul.
So
now do we see
we see Tatum Lentz.
Now do we see the back of the bench here a little bit for Coach Pugh as he shrugs his shoulders going, I don't know where to pull, where to go.
Stumer back to Neal. Over to Scott on the wing.
Inside they go, outside they go. Neal open for the 3-ball, no good. And rebound down there by Bob Covington, except he's not playing anymore.
You know, it's crazy to think of what this lead could be if those shots were falling, because they really have not been shooting well from outside in this one so far. But they've had the looks that they can't pass up because they're left wide open. Northern Valley's just trying to put as many bodies into the lane as they possibly can. Stumer loves to try to kick that ball, doesn't she?
She does. She's a soccer player.
I guess it's not.
And Hendrickson with a traveling violation against her. One too many steps.
Neal Stumer into the corner. That's Baker with the shot. Stumer cleans it up, comes flying in there. Over to Neal.
Neal tries to go baseline, but now they'll go right back inside to Wolf.
She's going to get called for the violation.
3 seconds on Maddie Wolf.
Yeah, I think she was in there a little longer than that, so. There's that kick ball.
Stumer.
Playing soccer down there.
Hal Hansen with the nice hands in recovery.
I guess it's not a bad strategy, though. You may as well use more than one, or more than your 2 arms on defense,
If
right?
you've got 3 arms, you're allowed to use those 2.
Appendages.
Hendrickson goes inside to sides.
Oh, take it out. Can't get it to go, but shot there. Visteca picks up the foul.
And that's Visteca's multiple.
Yeah, 3 or 4. I don't know. Team 5th of the quarter and the half.
3 on Shaley. Scott into the corner now with Baker, and then Stumer out top. Baker trying to get it inside to Wolf again. Stumer over with her toes on the line. Shots no good. Here's Braxton to try and push the tempo here for Northern Valley. They'll get it to sides in the corner. She loves that side pocket 3. It's an air ball, and Whitney comes away with it. Visteca's shot is barely grabs a little rim, and here comes
Stumer got
Neal.
a piece of that.
She
Neal
drops it down, but could not.
Yeah, Neal with the selfless play there, but slipped out of Baker's hands. Stumer gets fouled on the way back up with it, though.
Sides has got to be 3rd foul.
Yeah.
Did I miss any?
So Kaylee Hammond comes into the game.
2nd on sides.
Make that her 3rd.
And that'll either be her 3rd or Visteca's
out.
4th. Sides is 3rd.
So now she's at 3. Team 7th, so we'll have some free throws from now on to look forward to. Wolf gets this one to fall off the front iron.
Didn't know if you were cheering for a Husky or said Wolf.
Wolf. Yeah, that was funny. punny day.
Punny dad.
Punny dad jokes.
Wolf buries them both like a bone in the backyard. She puts them both away.
We're all here for the dad jokes, Clint. Bring them all.
All night long.
Yeah.
Into the corner is Braxton. Is she going to have an opportunity to get a shot up on the rim, and she'll score it.
Nice little floater there.
Braxton leading the team in scoring here tonight. Neal to fire the 3 ball. Splash.
That one to fall.
Call All American Glass in Long Island, Kansas at 785-854-7625 or toll free at 866-312-2257.
Another turnover there by the Huskies.
But they get the ball back. Hendrickson takes it away from Wolf.
As
Trying to find somewhere to go with the ball. Has Visteka in the corner.
Cardinals are into a zone defense. Northern Valley has done a decent job of.
Oh, I think they probably bailed Visteka out there. I thought she traveled with that one.
A foul will go against
It'll go
Wolf.
against Madison Wolf.
Into the corner, decides as she tries to go inside to Braxton.
But
Ball is kicked.
Madison Wolf took a page out of Carly Stumer's playbook there.
The kick is a very popular defense in Nebraska, don't you know? Inside to
Basketball.
Whitney, outside to Visteka for 3, no good.
Ball goes over Whitney's head. She couldn't track that rebound, so it goes to the Cardinals. Stumer with the eyes
Nice
up.
pass.
Finds Wolf down low. She feeds
And a nice pass by Wolf,
Wolf to Wolf.
yeah.
Alexis Wolf to Madison Wolf. Wolf, Wolf. Visteka with the ball on the logo. This ball is going to go out of bounds off of Delaney Side's fingertips. Another turnover for the Huskies.
Not
So
Johnson.
Miley Whitney into
This
the game.
is Miley Whitney. He's confused by the 3s.
There's no one to blame but their coach for that one. But we know, don't we?
Yeah, we already learned that lesson in the JV game.
Yeah, we had those helpful girls up here that were filming for Alma to help us with all the names.
Lob inside for Wolf, but it's too long.
But
It'll stay here with the Cardinals. So Wolf, Stumer, Whitney,
And Hammond.
and Hammond.
You just made yourself laugh by saying Wolf, Wolf.
I did. It was funny. Here's Whitney trying to go across on a pass, and it'll be knocked out by Whitney.
How come you didn't laugh when you said Whitney, Whitney?
End of the game now, Addison Poole for the Cardinal and Stumer to sit. It's not as funny as Wolf.
It's
That's
really-
why.
It's really not.
Sides will step back for a 3.
Oh.
No.
Tracked
Offensive
down
rebound.
by Visteka, but gets denied by Madison Wolf. It goes.
Yeah, she knocked
the
it right
Cardinals,
back
too.
off of Shaley.
Picture perfect block.
10-9, and now 8 seconds to go. Will Poole recognize it? Or will the Cardinals recognize it at all?
Tries to feed Wolf inside. She gets it up, and it
And
is good.
Scores it as the
Count it.
horn.
You can trust the friendly people at the Home Oil Company. Home Oil Company of Almena supports the Northern Valley Huskies in academics and athletics.
Abby Fox, Riley Scott, Addison Seabolds, Addison Neal, and Carly Stumer will start this 4th quarter here for the Cardinals.
Cardinals. With
And
his
Stumer, rebound, finally scores it.
padding the stats. But if no one's going to block you out,
You can just take it on.
do whatever you want.
Visteka, Cox, Sides, Whitney, and Henriksen will play it here for Northern Valley to start the 4th. And a 30-point lead,
Yep,
32-point lead, so we'll have a running clock from here on out. Sides ends up on the line. That's a turnover.
Stumer takes point duties. Over to Scott. Siebel in the corner. Trying to give it to Fox. She had good positioning, but also a good steal off for Carly Stumer, who just went screaming down the lane for 2 points.
It was an easy cut and easy pass and score as well for Stumer. Nobody fronted that cutter as they go in. They just played this game where they doubled sides there in the corner.
It's like they know what we're going to do.
So they double her again, and this foul will go against Scott. Stewart.
Stumer. Oh. New player. No, it wasn't.
No.
It was Riley Scott. Come on, Calvin.
Braxton's got it in the corner, and
Yeah, you don't want to stay in that corner long, holding that ball, thinking about what you're going to do as they're looking for that trap down there. This one goes over everybody, so it's going to be a turnover on Northern Valley.
Yeah, I got you. Here's Scott on the baseline jump shot. Long, no good. Gets it out for Whitney. They got a 3-on-3 opportunity. Now Whitney will dribble back to the corner where she's quickly
trapped, but gets out of it. Hendrickson over to Cox on the wing. Tried to get the ball to sides, and either way, it's going to be, whether she touched it or not, it's going to be Alma's ball.
And sit down. All the starters there for the Alma Cardinal will go Wolf, Whitney, Baker, and Hammond.
Wolf.
I already got that one.
I know.
It's great. And Whitney trying to foul out of there, but stays in. Comes away with a steal. It's Braxton.
So can I not assume that that's her cousin on the other side?
Nah, you can't.
No. Definitely is.
Nope. Open on the baseline.
Baker fires the mid-range jumper. Vesteka gets it and wastes no time flipping the court. She's going to get fouled
by Whitney.
We don't know if there's any relation, so can't say it. Just Whitney. Inbounds here for the Huskies. Into Vesteka in that corner. Might not have to worry about that trap as much with the starter sitting.
And it'll be dribbled out of bounds there by Braxton.
Yeah, not sure what the look of.
She looked at that official going, I would like a foul call when they bump me like that. That's what the Braxton mental telepathy told me. Shaley with a steal. She'll try and go to the other end with a left-handed push.
Shake it up. You could have got the call.
A 2-point shot for
Good
Sides.
shot by Sides.
She loves that pocket three.
Every time I say, man, they should have done this, they just go ahead and score anyway and make me look silly. So maybe I should say it all the time.
Constantly. Ball on the ground. Hendrickson's got it.
I would annoy myself if I did that.
And now they'll get it to Whitney, and she'll bring it across the timeline, go over to Braxton. Vesteka's open if they can get it to her.
Wide open. Skip pass over to Vesteka. Pass was a little too high to gather and shoot. Baker's going to foul Whitney as she drives the baseline. So she'll go to the line and shoot. That should be a one-on-one opportunity.
So it's a one-on-one opportunity in a running clock scenario. Do you know what that is?
Still a one-on-one opportunity.
No, it's shoe time. Who's your favorite shoe out there? Let me see it.
Out there, everyone just wears black and white shoes.
Come on, somebody's got to be something. Go over to and
Isn't it usually the sock
and
game?
Neil. Neil on the bench has got some excellent shoes. They're like purple. Maybe she's a K-State fan.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Get over there. See, they're purple.
Oh, they are.
I told you they were
They're
purple.
the lavenders.
They're the purple lavenders.
That's what I like
She's
to
probably
see.
a Bruce Weber fan, too.
Well, let's not go that far. We're going to make a lot of people in Alma mad if we're talking about them being K-State fans and not Skurs fans.
Skurs fans.
Although, I don't know. This girls' team is probably more exciting than Nebraska ball to watch most of the time. As the Alma Cardinals brought it today, they started a little slower than they probably would have liked, but they just played sound basketball the whole time. And it was contributions from every single person out there. So hats off to them.
Sides will let this three fly from the top, and it'll be tracked down by Whitney with 1:40 here to go on a running clock. Cardinals are up 50-18. Whitney thought about a three, will now go back, and they'll go inside to the new sub there.
That's Chase Molson.
It's Molson. And
who
Whitney,
had quite a JV game in just a half. She had, what, 17 points?
and a half is what Molson had.
Yeah, unofficial 17 points. Whitney splits the defense. They're going to get, I think, Wolf with the foul here.
So Whitney will go to the line.
It's just a minute left on the clock. It's not going to stop.
You're not going to do your job. I'll do it for you. Those are Steph's shoes. Nice look, nice Under Armour shoes right there.
So we're just giving shout-outs to everyone's shoes.
Well, the problem is that parents spend a lot of money on these shoes. And I think they need to show a little more focus.
Tell their kids to want to get a little bit more creative and buy more fun pairs of shoes.
There's Molson, scores. Molson has been unstoppable here tonight. Whitney on the baseline with the left hand, no good. Rebound there by the Cardinals. Addison Poole. And now to Whitney at the top of the key. Crossed over once, now flips it up to Molson.
Still feeding Molson. It's going to go off Molson's foot, and it's going to go to the Huskies with
10 seconds remaining in this one.
10 seconds. So this is going to be the last possession of this game, more than likely. Braxton goes to the corner, fires one up, and it can't get it to go. Final score of this one, Alma Cardinals